Good evening, sir.
Evening, Raj Ranjan. How are
Yeah,
you, man?
sir.
How
I'm
are you?
doing. Thank you. And how are you?
I'm doing well, Ranjan. I'm doing. I can't complain.
Oh,
All well. All like one movie there. He says, "All is well. All is well. All is well."
yeah,
In,
right,
in Three Idiots. Three
right.
Idiots. So how's life? All good. Your classes and
Everything
your
is fine at my end.
yeah, your institute, your classes with the Adi. So what about Clappingo? Are you still with Clappingo?
Uh, I have not subscribed yet, but it's not like that I have left it. Maybe I'm continuing here, or if I find some offer there, I would be there as well.
Okay, nice. So, how about your classes, the classes you are taking for English and other, everything going
Eh,
well?
It's going well, though
So,
at
you
snail
you,
speed,
te- you
but
teach
of
them
course,
only communicative English or you teach them grammar?
I generally teach grammar,
Mhm,
but I have two students for communicative English as well.
mhm.
So,
Communicative
yeah.
English, business English, conversational English. Do you think all are same or is there any subtle difference in that? Conversational
Uh,
English, communicative English, business
it,
English,
it- uh,
literary English, English literature, poetry.
well, English literature is completely different. English poetry is also different. Uh, Language skills is something, another thing that we talk about. And if we talk about business English or corporate English, maybe this is,
Yeah,
of course, another term, and it
mhm.
is complete of jargon that can
Jargon.
be
Mhm.
used only in
Yeah,
the corporate sector
yeah.
or the business field.
For example, like we normally when we start a meeting, we'll say, "Okay, let's start the meeting."
Right.
So, but in corporate jargon, they will say, "Let's kickstart the meeting," or "Let's the ball rolling."
Yeah.
Yeah, something,
They-
some phrases like that. Okay, like while ending the meeting, they might say, "Let's wind up," "Let's wrap it up," or "Let's call it a day."
Right.
These, as you said, these are corporate jargons.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because of these subtle differences, they sound different. Otherwise, the basic idea is almost same. It's a language
Mhm.
and language skill. So I have I have to work a lot on this aspect. I mean, if I talk about business or corporate English, I am quite novice, so I would not be able to teach. But if I talk about conversational English or communicative English,
Mhm.
I am quite good in that, so I
Okay.
can teach to beginners and elementary speakers as well, or even um, the one who have already entered in intermediate level.
Imagine one student approaches you and asks you, "Sir, I want to speak in English. I want to learn English. I want to be fluent in English." So, as a first step, should I start talking or should I learn grammar first, then start speaking? So, what will be your advice?
Well, uh, I do come along with these questions, and I say that it's not that grammar is not necessary. Of course, grammar is necessary, but if we go to read it, we will go deeper into that, or we would think about covering all the aspect or all the concepts of grammar, which is
Hmm,
not required. But
hmm,
to speak or to start speaking, we need at least the basic grammar related to tenses or article and singular plural. So the moment we start working with these students, I make sure that they have a little bit knowledge of these basic concepts,
hmm,
and then I start interacting with, because if I start interacting straight away, it may discourage them. That's what I feel, and that's why I give suggestion that
hmm.
we have to work on tenses and singular plural first so that we could uh, incorporate right word at
Okay.
right place. For example, why we used he does and not he do. So if we know these basic things, it would be better to incorporate this. So I suggest like this way.
If somebody asks you why, Ranjan sir, he does and they do, he sings and they sing.
Yeah.
Why this S? How do you clear that concept?
So it is because of singular and plural, the very basic rule that the subject should align with its verb. So whenever we use singular subject, we use singular verb, and when plural subject, then plural verb. And that is why we use he does and they do.
But we say, I sing. I am
Yeah.
singular. Why I sings? Why not?
uh, Certainly, I have not been able to find a reason for this, because we say there are lots of exception to each and every rule. No matter which thing we read or which subject we read, there are exception to almost everything, especially in language. And in English, there are so many rules that contradict each other at the same time as well. For example, if we talk about article, we use uh, winter. I like winter. We can't use the in front ahead of winter. But when we say that I was visiting that city in the winter season, so the moment I use season with winter, we use the.
Mhm. Okay. Okay.
So there are certain exceptions to some rules, and whenever we talk about I, it always falls in that category, and that's why uh, in case of is mr we use am, and when it comes to is and are, then only the rule of singular plural is followed.
So I'll make it. You are almost there. I'll make it little more clear about that. We have three persons: first person, second person, and third person. The first
Yeah,
person, like when I'm talking to you, I'm the first person and you are the second person, and about whom or about what we are talking is the third person.
right.
Right. Okay. Now I'm talking to you about something or somebody like Shruti of Yari. I'm talking about. She is the third person.
Right.
Okay. So first person, singular and plural. First person is I or we. I,
Right.
we. We always use plural verb. I am or we are, whatever the case may be. In the first person, we use the verb plural verb. That is
Oh,
the rule. First person, whether singular or plural, always the verb is plural. This is a rule.
okay. Yeah,
That
sure.
is why I use I sing. I cannot say I sings because I is in the first person.
Yeah, sure.
You in the second person, either it's you, is a singular, or you guys, plural, always use plural verb.
Right.
You are you sing well, you speak well. We cannot say you sings well because you singular. No, that rule does not apply there. You sing
Right.
well, you sing, you wrote well, you spoke well. Every verb with you will be plural. Now this rule of adding s is applicable only to the third person. He, she, it. He sings, she sings, it sings, they sing, plural. So, this
Right.
rule of subject verb agreement, mainly in the third person, he, she, it should be added with a singular verb. They
Yeah.
is neither plural form of the third person, you add. And this is only applicable to the present tense.
Right.
She sang well. He sang well. It sang well. They sang well.
Of course.
He will sing well. She will sing. They will sing. It will sing. So this problem is only for third person present tense.
Yeah. And even in past, if we talk about past continuous, we do change like was and were.
Yeah,
So
that
for
depends
that
on the
also.
plural, the singular or plural. But people are confused with why we should add he sings, she sings, it sings.
Right.
So this is clear, I hope. Third person, present tense, singular. When you add s to a noun, it becomes plural.
Yeah. Right.
Book becomes books, pen becomes pens, and table tables, chair chairs. But if you
Right.
add s to a verb, it becomes singular.
Singular. Right.
Fantastic, good start. Thank you very much, Ranjan. So what do you think, like character and behavior, do you think both are same, or is there any difference? Character and behavior.
Well, there is a very subtle difference between these two. I won't say only subtle because these two things are definitely different. One is like how you behave generally. That is what your character is.
Mhm.
Because if somebody says you are of good character or bad character or whatever it is, it simply means that what kind of behavior you have towards different people.
Mhm.
And when it comes to behavior, it is the simple term. So character is the broader term, and
Mhm.
behavior is the shorter term for that. So whenever we behave with somebody, that is called our behavior. So like I am nice to some people.
So
I
you
have
you
nice
are you
behavior
have
to
been
them.
interacting with me for last 1 year, for example.
Yeah.
So can you assess any of my character, what type of person I am, or what is my behavior? My behavior can say, oh, he is very polite, he is very
Yeah.
gentle. You can say,
Right.
this is my behavior, outward behavior. But you
Right.
don't know anything about my character, whether I'm honest, I'm sincere, I'm hardworking, or any of the characters you won't be able to assess. But behavior
Yeah.
is the outward, the way in which you
Right.
are behaving. But
Of course.
how can you assess my character? If you live with me, if you live
Yeah.
with me, not in a virtual reality, but if you live with me, like that's what we call, we say that in college life, we can't assess his character unless we live with him in a room sharing, or in a hostel. Then within 1 month you know what is his character, whether he's stingy, whether he's sincere, whether he's honest, whether he's reliable. All these pertains to his character. Behavior may be outwardly, he may be portraying the best picture, but in reality
Right.
he may be 180-degree opposite to that.
Of course.
Anything you want to add?
uh, this has been a new perspective, the way to think, like the way you added that it is difficult to judge somebody's character unless
Yes,
you are
exactly.
there with him or her. So it can be it can be judged even if you are meeting with somebody on a regular basis,
Regular base.
or
That's what I
you
suggested.
are
You are
spending
spending lot of
time,
time. Yeah,
you are
yeah,
spending lots of time.
yeah.
So then you can judge it, but of course you cannot always be correct about it.
Correct.
But behavior is something that whatever you say, that would be exact according to that particular time, or maybe particular settings, that okay, he generally behaves like this in this particular situation. So that can be judged on that basis, uh, like a fixed rule that yes, he does behave like this. So whenever you say that, that may be 100% accurate. But whenever you are talking about somebody's character, that may be true or may not be true as well, because sometimes he may changes it. depending upon the situation. So you may be wrong in saying that.
Well done. Well spoken. Another confusing word when I ask someone, what's the difference between sympathy and empathy? We use this word several times.
Yeah,
Most
of
often the
course.
discussion, no, he should be empathetic, he should be sympathetic. Is it same or is there any subtle difference? How do you
Definitely,
explain
there
empathy and
is a difference.
sympathy? Mhm.
So whenever we say sympathy, it simply means that how how can we sympathize with others, with
Mhm.
their situation, with whatever they are going. So we are just showing our uh, respect, or the way we try to console. It's like we are sympathizing others.
Mm. Okay.
If we are trying these actions, we are sympathizing others.
Maybe
But
you
the
might
moment, yeah,
pay them some money or buy something for them. Sympathy.
yeah.
We are showing sympathy. Mhm.
But when we talk about empathy, it's about feeling the same thing. That if somebody has gone through something, you feel that, okay, what if I would have been in his or her shoes? How would I have reacted? So that is empathy. That you are able to show your emotions according to somebody else's situation, that
Wow.
they are in certain situation. So if you had been in that situation, you would have done something like this.
So if you are struggling to speak English,
Yeah,
I can sympathize you. You could not crack an interview. You lost a lot of opportunities. You were misunderstood badly because of the lack of communication. I can sympathize with you.
right,
That's my perspective of seeing the things. My
right,
perspective. If I can
right,
see, I can think about your perspective. That is empathizing.
right,
As you rightly said, like now I can be in your shoes. That is, I'm empathizing with you. You see why you are not able to speak in English, why you could not crack that interview, why you lost a lot of opportunities. You have a lot of reasons for that. You have your own explanations for that. If I
right.
can think in your perspective, then I mean to say I am empathizing with you. Oh, poor thing.
Definitely.
He could not crack the interview. He did not get a job. No problem. Take this
Yeah,
money, man. Take 1,000 rupees. I think you need some money. Take it. I'm sympathizing because I see the
right,
problem in my perspective. Good.
right,
Very, very confusing words, but you could explain it in the best possible way. So
right.
one is thinking in your perspective, and sympathy is thinking in your perspective. Another confusing pair of words: guarantee and warranty.
No,
You say, oh,
this is a bit.
this laptop comes with a guarantee, and this laptop comes with a warranty. What's the
Yeah,
difference?
this is a little easier than the previous one, because guarantee is something that you would get your item replaced straight away, and you would get a new one in place of that. But when it is warranty, your item would be fixed and given back to you.
So what's the difference? You said both almost same.
No, no,
If
not the
if
almost
your
same.
product,
If
like
I,
take the example of my mobile phone, this has
yeah,
got 3 year or 1 year guarantee.
yeah. So if you are having any problem with this,
Hmm.
you
They will
will go to the
repair it.
company,
Hmm.
not repair, they will replace it, they will give you a new one in place
Okay.
of it.
Wow.
But if
Uh-huh.
it is in warranty,
Hmm.
then they will only repair it and then give it back to you.
Ah. Throw more light on this. Give some examples. I'm really delighted to hear that.
Like you talked about mobile, or for that matter, we if we talk about
If I
anything.
if I complain, the volume is acting. on me. This is not proper volume. I want more volume, and I've been trying everything, but the volume button is not working. Just 3 months back, I bought this, so they will replace the entire set.
Entire mobile, entire set. So it
Maybe
isn't
some
guaranteed.
companies even will refund your money to a greater extent. If you go one step ahead, either replace
Yeah,
the phone or maybe they will refund
return,
your
refund,
money.
of
Warranty,
course.
warranty, they will fix it free of cost.
Right.
They will not charge for any of the spare parts. Free, service free, spare parts free.
Yeah.
Warranty, one more point I can add, warranty is only for some physical products. Warranty
Right.
is only like a laptop, a mobile phone, a pen, or a light, or a car, or a bike. Guarantee can be for a product or for a service. Any service also, if it is like painting, like if you have done like called some Asian paints and they have painted your house, they will give you a guarantee. If something happens to this paint, if it is moving out, we will come and do it again for you free of cost. So guarantee can be for products and services, but warranty is for products only.
Yeah.
Warranty means replace it, service it without any charge, free of charge. Guarantee can be either replacing the entire set or refunding the money. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Another
Sure.
confusing pair is habits and manners. Habits and mannerisms. A well mannered person or an ill mannered person. Like I have a habit of, or I can say I'm an early bird. Is it a good habit or good manners?
It is a good habit because habit is something that we generally do on a regular basis, and we generally teach it while tenses as well, that we use simple present to express any habitual act or
When I
anything that
meet a
we are doing
person,
on a
I
regular.
always greet him. Hey, good
Yeah,
morning. How are you? Is it a manners, good manners, or good habit?
it is good manner. It is a good manner. Yes.
If you tell me, if you greet me, good morning, sir, and I keep mom, I don't greet you back. Good manners or bad manners?
And bad manners.
Of course, of
Of
course.
course.
No,
Yeah.
there's a room, it's locked or it's closed from inside. I just slam it, open it, and enter that room. Or some meeting is happening. Good manners, bad manners. What you should have done?
Definitely bad manners.
You should have
We should
knocked.
definitely knock.
You should
Yeah.
knock. So, what is the difference? Basic difference: habits and manners.
So the basic difference is what we generally do is habit, and what we should do, what is accepted as a general thing
In the
to be
society,
done in the
you're
society,
again like
is
good behavior,
yeah,
outward behavior. How
right.
you portray yourself in a company of people, in a group of people. Like some, can you tell me one or two good table manners?
Terrible manners.
टेबल मैनर्स जो जो खाना खाते वक्त जब टेबल
Okay, table
मैनर
manners. Yeah. uh, we should not use mobile phones while eating.
ओके
Yeah.
one more
and we should uh, mm, table manners. I got a few like that.
you should
They
not talk while
We
eating.
should not. Yeah, we should not
We should
talk
not
while
talk.
eating.
We should not use mobile phones. And you should not dump all the food in your plate and eat. No, you should see others are also waiting. Others, no, you have
Of
to
course.
like, yeah, take care of others as well. Sometimes you are in a party. Maybe the amount of the food they have prepared maybe less. may not be sufficient for all, but doesn't matter that you have like 10 chapatis, you take all the chapatis. So you should
Right.
be very considerate with others too. There are a lot many. My
Of
last
course.
pair, my last pair is studying and learning. Is there any difference?
Of course. Uh, learning learning is something that we are trying to acquire the
Hmm,
skills,
hmm.
no matter which field we are in. If
Hmm.
we are trying to acquire the skill, we can call that learning. That
Through
we are
experience, through experience. I learn
of course,
driving.
of course.
I'm learning driving. You are not
Yeah,
studying driving. You are, I'm learning painting.
of
Like
course.
with you have to physically do the
Yeah,
painting. You cannot study and learn painting. I cannot learn or study cooking. I learn cooking with
yeah.
with by practically doing that. And study,
And study is the kind of reading that we do. So
yeah.
we are
Study
studying,
means you
means
need a
we are
book, you
reading.
need a teacher, you need
Yeah,
a mentor, you need a coach, and added with that, you can learn it that practically. That's why in schools we have practicals as well. So
yeah,
learning or acquiring a skill through experience is learning. Or like for example, if you are learning driving, before getting the learner's license, you have to study a lot of material. They will ask you to give a test, like about the science, about the rules of driving, the road science, road traffic rules, that you have to study. And after that,
yeah.
real
Sure.
driving you have to learn.
Yeah, yeah. Sure.
So
So
whenever you get time, you can read a lot through this pair of things, like little bit confusing pair, so you can be a better speaker about these topics. Learning
yeah, sure.
versus studying, habits versus manners, guarantee versus warranty, character versus behavior. Whenever you have
Yeah,
some free
sure.
time, I really enjoyed talking with you, Rajaranjan, and it's always been a pleasure talking to you. And thank you very much. And good evening, good
Likewise,
night. Likewise.
good
Thank you very much.
good night.
Good
See
night.
you in another session. Bye for
Of
now.
course, of
Take
course,
care.
of
Have a
course.
great time.
Bye bye.